Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crochet and Coffee here. And today we're doing a whip and chat. So please pull out whatever it is you have decided to work on today. And we are going to whip and chitter chatter. So I hope everyone is having a great week so far. If not, I am sorry you're not having a good week. Let's make it a good week. Think of something that makes you happy, like crafting. Like all you want to do is sit and craft in your underwear all day, every day. I think that's about to become my dad's life because he retires in a week from Friday. So like he's excited. He called me yesterday and he was turning in some of his work stuff and he was all kinds of excited. Let's say before I get started, I wanted to show you guys, which you probably can't hear me because I'm moving around. I got my Gidge box. Now, if you don't know what Gidge box is, small plug, okay? So my friend Amy over at Creativity by Gidge here on YouTube sells Color Street nail strips, which are these things. Now, these are the two nail strips that she sent me. In the Gidge box, I think you get, for the $22, which is a tier, I'm on the first tier because it's plenty for me because this will last me until the next Gidge box get here. So I got the black sparkle ones, which are only in Vegas. And then I just noticed, like, when I posted a picture on my Instagram, these silver ones have gray tips or, like, black tips. And those are called Underground Magic. Love that. Yes. Look at the sparkle. And yes, the black ones do sparkle. And I also got these, which is Literally Dead. Now, Literally Dead glow in the dark. So, of course, to start us off with our stories for today, of course, they glow in the dark. Now, I think I knew that they glow in the dark just because of the way they look. What I didn't know was that I was going to forget that they glue in the dark, and I went to the bathroom. And when I go to the bathroom after the kids go to bed and stuff, I don't turn the light on. I just go to the bathroom because it's the bathroom's right in my bedroom. And usually there's nobody in there besides, like, the dogs will randomly follow me in there. And they will watch me go, like, I'll try to close the door and they'll open the door and then sit in the doorway and awkwardly stare at me while I'm going to the bathroom. Is this like a normal thing for pets? Does everybody's pets watch them go to the bathroom? Because, like, somebody, I think somebody told me once before that they do that because you watch them go to the bathroom because, like, you know, if you clean up after your pets, you watch them go. And I'm like, I don't watch my dogs go to the bathroom. I don't. So I'm not sure why they need to watch me go to the bathroom, but, you know, I guess it is what it is. But, like, especially, like, Daisy will follow me straight into the bathroom, stare at me the entire time I'm going to the bathroom, and then she'll just leave like she didn't just spend the last 2 minutes watching me go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, I sit down, and I just happen to, like, move my hand the right way, scared the crap out of myself, almost fell off the toilet. So I've had a lot of almost bathroom injuries this week, and it has been a week, okay? So it's actually not been a bad week. The good things about this week, I got to talk to my friend Rachel Ray. Also, did you guys see that tumbler she unboxed? Oh my god, that tumbler. When I seen that tumbler, I was like, okay, yeah, gotta get one. So I ordered one. So I have a tumbler coming now because I blame Rachel Ray. So, yeah, that was the first bathroom injury. I literally, like, I didn't fall off the toilet, but I popped up and, like, sat back down really hard. I hurt my buns. I hurt my buns. So that was the first bathroom. What was the other bathroom injury? Oh, I was getting Maggie in the shower and she scared me. No, she didn't scare me. Mr. Coffee scared me. I was getting her out of the shower and I went to go pick up her puff and I was standing up. And he comes walking in the door and I didn't hear, like, the door unlock or anything because she's in the shower and she's singing and I'm trying to get her out of the shower and trying to get her to, like, you know, move so I can, like, rinse out the tub and get her little puff and hang it back up. And he comes bursting in the house and he's like, honey, I'm home. Scared the crap out of me, fell in the shower. Now, when I fell in the shower, luckily I didn't hit my head or anything, but I did fall directly in the line of the shower head, which means I was completely soaked. He comes in because he hears me fall, and he's like, oh my god, are you okay? Maggie's sitting there laughing hysterically because I've just fallen in the shower with all my clothes on. I don't like being wet, so I'm just sitting there staring like, I don't want to move. Like, this is where I live now. I don't want to move. I just fell in the freaking shower. Now I know how you can fall in the shower. Things you need to know and learn about yourself. You can fall in the shower. So, fell in the shower then. And then, oh, the other injury, like, it's been a weird bathroom injury week for me, I guess. It was in the middle of the night. I went to go to the bathroom, and the dogs sleep in my room. It's like a doggy graveyard in my room at night because they're just sprawled out all over the floor. And I'm sitting there, and I get up to go to the bathroom, and I didn't see Daisy. Now, Killian's black and white, but there's a blanket that lays on the, like, he's pulled one of my blankets out of the living room. He'll put it on the floor, and then, like, he'll do that thing where dogs have to soften the ground. It's usually dogs that stay outside that will, they'll walk in a circle to soften the ground that they're about to lay on, and then they'll just, like, flop down. Well, Killian had pulled one of my really soft blankets, like one of my fleece blankets, out of the living room. He pulled it into the bedroom, laid it on the floor, like he coiled it up on the floor, did his little circling thing, and then just plopped down on it. So I knew where he was at. But Daisy hides in the weirdest of places. Sometimes she'll be in the bathroom, sleep on the floor, and then sometimes she'll be right before the bathroom. Well, I didn't see her because I'm half asleep, and all I know is I have to go to the bathroom. I didn't see her, and I tripped over her, and I almost smashed my head into the wall. Luckily, we had the bath towels there, so I didn't hurt myself. So, theme of the week, don't go to the bathroom. Just hold it in until next week. Just gonna hold it in until next week. That's safe, right? That's gotta be good for the bladder. So, yeah. I got a package in that I was very excited about. My dad sent it to me. Now, if you were in my live, I don't know, last week or the week before last, Pre-Hospital Trauma Life Support is the name of this book. It also has a DVD. But my dad used to be a medical professional. Now he works for the government. I don't know what he does. He only has like a week left. And at this point, he doesn't do anything. He is completely checked out. Like, it's like that moment when you're about to quit a job. You just completely check out. So I told my dad that one of the only things I wanted whenever he passed away was this medical book, because I remember as a child sneaking to read it because he wouldn't let me read it. And then I found out as an adult he wouldn't let me read it because he needed it for work. Like, they would have like tests and stuff that they would have to take, and he would have to use that book, and he didn't want me to mess it up. And apparently it was pretty expensive back then. Well, I told him, in one of my lives that, when he passed away, my dad isn't rich or anything like that, but he does decent for himself. He does good for someone who grew up in the streets and somehow made something of himself, and got a degree in criminal justice and works for the government. It's one of those jobs where every time you ask him what does he do, he tells you he could tell you, but then he has to kill you. Like, I literally have no clue where he works. He's been working at the same job for 19 years, and I couldn't tell you what he does. He's never divulged such information. Now, I think my mom knows, but she don't remember nothing either. So, like, yeah, no, it's just pointless trying to figure out what he does. So I've given up. Either way. So Pawpaw bought the book for me because apparently a couple of years ago, they had a really bad rainstorm in Pennsylvania, and it flooded my parents' basement. When it flooded the basement, that book was in the basement, so it got destroyed. And I was so heartbroken when he told me that. Like, I was almost in tears because I didn't have the best childhood, and it wasn't like, I don't want to go into it, but it wasn't the best childhood. But one of the fond memories I have of my childhood was sneaking behind, and the way our house was set up, we had like this hutch or shrunk. It's like a German shrunk or something that sat behind the couch. And I would go sneak and sit on the floor and look at all the gory pictures in the book. Now, I don't know why that was so fascinating to me, but I used to love looking at that book. So, I'm trying to get all this extra wax off my pen. So when he told me the book had gotten destroyed, I was really sad. Well, apparently somehow he found the book on Amazon and sent it to me. And then when it got here the other day, I was like, hold up, I didn't order a book because it said book depository or something. And I was like, I didn't order a book. And then I opened it and I was like, oh snap, it's this book. Like I think I got it on a Saturday because I remember showing Jin all like the weird things in the book. So nobody can tell me nothing right now. I am an old-timey doctor. Now, growing up, I never wanted to be a doctor. I don't like needles. I wanted to go into the military to follow behind like my family footsteps because like that's like the family thing to do is go into the military. But I broke that cycle because instead of going to the military, I did the complete opposite. I went to modeling school and then I modeled for a while. And then like while everybody else is like, you know, moving up rank in the military, here I am like walking a runway in high heels and like crocheted items and stuff. Yeah, I did that. And for those wondering how modeling was, it sucked. I hate modeling. It was gross. I didn't like it. I don't like having my picture taken. I've noticed. I like taking the pictures, which is why I have, you know, I have schooling in photography. Either way. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking through this book. And again, nobody can tell me that I'm not a doctor right now. Because like I get the book and I'm like, hold up, let's look up some of this stuff. Let's look up hypoglycemia. Because for those of you who don't know, Mr. Coffee has hypoglycemia. So I was like, let's look up hypoglycemia. All right, let's look up epileptic seizures. What kind of seizures can you have? And then I'm like, let's look up asthma. Because, of course, seizures come from Maggie, but the asthma is Orion. Now, I don't have any major medical health issues that I know of. I could, because I don't ever go to the doctor. You would think I would, seeing as how my dad used to be a doctor, but yet no. I don't like doctors. I think the last time I went to the doctor is when I had Maggie or something. But I don't like going to the doctor if I don't have to, and I need to make an appointment, but I just don't want to go. Like I'm always fearful because it always seems like the moment you go to the doctor, like when you take your car to the shop, the moment you go in, there's always 100 things wrong. But I braved going to the dentist, so I guess I should brave going to the friggin' doctor. But I don't besides like my asthma, I don't have any major health issues that I know of. So I don't see the point of going and wasting the money to go see the doctor for no reason. I'm typically I'm a pretty healthy person. Like I eat right and I exercise, and by exercise I mean I walk the dogs. So to me that's exercise because I have to walk them to the dog park, which isn't really, it's right down the street, but it's a block down the street. So it's maybe a 3 or 4 minute walk down the street to the dog park. But I do get exercise in between that and cleaning and chasing kids. I like to think I get, you know, my exercise in. I'm a pretty healthy person. But I know it's important to go to the doctor, and Maggie's always fussing about, you know, like lately, like my knee has been bothering me, and Mr. Coffee says, you know, I should go to the doctor for it because it could be just early arthritis or something. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to hear at 35. Hey, by the way, you got arthritis. But Maggie always fusses because she's like, you know, mommy, you need to go see the doctor like I do. You need to be a big girl like me. And I'm like, oh, mommy needs to be a big girl like you. And she goes, yeah, don't be a big baby. So apparently Maggie thinks mommy's a big baby because I won't go to the doctor. I don't like the doctor's office. I don't. All those sick people in there and everybody's looking at you funny. And I don't know. I don't like the doctor. Sad part is the doctor's office is 2 minutes from the house because it's the door right next to where the kids go for their pediatrician, which I hate the fact that people like doctors have these names that sound funny. Like I still can't for the life of you, I can't for the life of me pronounce Maggie's epilepsy specialist doctor's name because it's one of those names with the O-E-X, was it O-U-E-X? So it's like Fluix or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, no. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, Maggie's epilepsy specialist, I can't pronounce his name. Like I can't. I want to say it's like Fowox or something. I don't freaking know. But then their pediatrician's name is Dr. Stonehawker, and that's with an H. But I've been calling him Stone Walker with a W because it rhymes. It's a hard name to hear and try to figure out if it's a W or an H, okay? And I have paperwork with his name on it, but for some reason I was still calling him Dr. Stone Walker instead of Hawker. It's just a hot mess. Either way. I know I should get to the doctor, and I probably should make an appointment soon. No, don't, that does not go there. Give me back my drill. Give me back my drill. Oh, that goes there. Hold up, where did you ever put a drill down in the wrong spot and then you can't find it and you're like, well, I guess you live there now. Like, that's what this is about to happen right now because I can't find where I put that drill down wrong. Well, it lives there now. Either way, so I don't know. I'm not a big doctor person. Like, I don't like going to doctors. I always feel like I'm gonna go in for one thing and come out dead. Like, I always feel that way. And I don't know why it's so nerve-wracking. I've never really had, besides when I was little, I, had a hernia, but I've never really had any huge medical issues. But a lot of huge medical issues run in my family, and it's just, I just know. Like, I have high blood pressure. I already know that. Like, hypertension, that's a thing. But other than that, I don't really have any major health conditions, which I should be grateful for, and I am grateful for my health. But what I'm not grateful for is if I go in here and they're like, oh, we're going to have to amputate your leg. Well, I just came in for a routine checkup, and now you're taking my leg. Like, I feel like if I go to the doctor, they're going to take something away from me that I'm supposed to have. Just like when you go to the dentist and you walk in for a cleaning and you come out with one less tooth. That's happened a few times, so I'm just like, yeah, no. Especially at this new dentist we go to, this guy is like obsessed with taking your teeth. Like, I'm thinking he's building like a shrine of teeth statues in the back because he's like, oh, you have a wisdom tooth. You should let... Now, I had a wisdom tooth. If you guys remember a few weeks ago, I mentioned that I had cracked my wisdom tooth. The thing was, it cracked, and then a few weeks later, it came out on its own, and that's how all my wisdom tooth came out, because essentially my molars pushed them out. So I've never had to get them pulled, thank God, because I've heard it's painful and I don't want to go through that. So like, yeah, and I go into his office and he tells me that I needed to have that tooth pulled, and then I explained to him that I've never had a wisdom tooth pulled. He goes, but you don't have your other 3 wisdom teeth. I'm like, yeah, they fell out. Literally just fell, like they grew in and then fell out. And I didn't get my wisdom teeth until I was like 19. Because I remember working at Long John Silver's and I would chew on Twizzlers because of, I was teething essentially, like a small child. I'm teething, but I was working at Long John Silver's. Yeah, go figure. The chick that's allergic to seafood working at Long John Silver's. That's how I met Minna's dad. We're not going to talk about that. So I was like, I'm not worried about that tooth. It'll come out on its own. And like, he's like, oh, well, that's dangerous. What if it gets an infection in the hole and all this? And I'm like, it'll be fine. Because, the other 3 came out perfectly fine. So why wouldn't that one, right? Right. So it did come out. It came out clean, perfectly fine. I'm not sure why they come out like that. Like, I didn't think that was normal. But for me, apparently that's normal. So now I don't have wisdom teeth. And I didn't have to pay to get them cut out. So I'm like, why do I need a dentist if they're just going to fall out on their own anyways? So, but Mr. Coffee, a poor guy, he wasn't so lucky. He had to get all 4 of his wisdom teeth out. And the thing that made me mad about this dentist was he didn't do them all at the same time. They're like, oh, we're going to take one and then ask you to come back later. Nope. And then they wanted to charge me $2,000 to be put under because I told them I can't sit still. I can't sit still while you stab me in the face with that giant old-timey needle and then try to pull bones out of my jaw. No, thank you. No, we're just going to leave that alone. So I know I need to go out to the doctor at some point. I will. Just not right now. I'm busy. And I know somebody's going to be in the comments, Miss Coffee, you have to take care of yourself. I know, I'm trying. Gosh, let me live my life. But yeah, it's been a pretty, good week here. The kids have been rambunctious as normal. I felt very proud though. I was walking in the house, and when I come into the house, the kids will, open the doors, like the main doors to get into the building. And there was a gentleman that was getting groceries out of his car, and his hands were full. And we were halfway walking to the house, and Orion seen him struggling to get the door open. So Orion went to go help him open the door. And he goes, "Come on, Maggie, let's help him." The teamwork between these two when they want to get something accomplished is outstanding. So they go running to the door and help the guy come in the door. And he's like, you have some very well-behaved children. You should be very proud of yourself. And I'm like, thank you. And they're like, we're good. And I'm like, yeah, until they hit that door. And then the door closes, and then that's when all hell breaks loose, and they just are like Tasmanian devils just running around all over the place. So I was like, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm like, I try to raise them right. Try to do something right by them, Don't want them to be too messed up when they grow up. So, you got to raise them right. No, Dro, get back in place. So I think for dinner tonight, I mentioned about trying the chicken and dumplings. I think I'm going to attempt it, you guys. That's all I've been thinking about all week is chicken and dumplings. And now it's time to make said chicken and dumplings. And I'm wondering, I don't make stuff like this all the time just because the kids are very finicky about what they eat. And Maggie's going through this phase right now. She doesn't eat meat. But she'll eat she's just now starting to like chicken nuggets. Maggie isn't a big fast food person. She doesn't like fast food. So whenever you bring up McDonald's and you say, we can get chicken nuggets, usually when we get dinner from McDonald's, which is not very often because I can't stand McDonald's. It's so gross. There you go. Here's a question for you guys. Because we're like halfway through, pretty much. Oh, we're close. Question of the video. What is your favorite fast food place to go? Burger King, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Hardee's, Wendy's, Arby's. There's a lot of bees knees. What is your favorite restaurant to get food from? I think mine has to be Arby's because I love those freaking curly fries. Ugh. But Maggie has been on this McDonald's kick lately, and I wish she would knock it off because I freaking can't stand McDonald's. It's so gross. So gross. Ugh. But she's been on like this chicken nugget kick. She had them at school, and now they're like the next best thing to sliced bread. When I've tried getting her to eat them before, you would have thought I was trying to get her to eat old hot garbage. No, Mommy, that's so gross. Like, I can't tell you how many chicken nuggets Killian has eaten right out of her hand because she refuses to eat them, and then she'll hold them out and have to be so dramatic. Oh, Mommy, this is so yucky. I don't like this. I don't want to eat this, Mommy. And I'm like, will you please knock it off? And then Killian, he's just like, well, if you're not going to eat it, I'll sure eat it for you. And he'll just snatch it right up. So, yeah. So, yeah, what's your favorite restaurant? I like asking these little questions because then if people try to read the comment section, they're so confused as to what's going on. They're like, why is there a bunch of smiley faces in? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Now I got people calling and checking and asking questions and stuff. So yeah, so it's been a pretty decent week. Minus all the weird bathroom incidents. You ever have a week where you're just like the clumsy, like you feel like not Waldo. You just feel really clumsy. Like you keep tripping over stupid stuff. Like you could literally trip over air if it was that kind of week. Like I feel like I'm having that kind of week, but it's going to get better because the kids are off school for the next 2 days for fall break. So I'm excited, which is why I have to record my whip and chat on today, which is Wednesday, instead of Thursday, like I would normally want to. But because they have off school, I have to record as many videos as I possibly can because I plan on spending the next couple of days playing with my children. So if I don't get to your messages and stuff right away, if you send me a message, please be aware that I get some little one-on-one time with the babies this week. And Maggie keeps taking me off and off and on Barbie punishment. Now, okay, let me explain. Now, I know I just got a little bit heated just now, but I'm mad about this. You guys tell me if I'm wrong, okay? So, Saturday, I was in Rachel Ray's live, and Maggie goes, Mommy, do you want to play Barbies with me? Now, the last time I tried playing Barbies with Maggie, she told me I was on punishment because I kept putting the Barbie's legs back on. Because Maggie has this weird obsession with not only undressing all her babies, but she likes to pull the Barbie's legs off. So I was like, all right, cool. I will come play Barbie. So I left out of Rachel Ray's live and I went and ran into Maggie's room to start playing. She starts undressing the dolls and I'm like, why do you keep taking their clothes off? And she goes, well, Mommy, because they need to be comfortable in what they have. And they are on punishment because they were being bad and spilt coffee on the coffee table. She has like this whole little narrative in her head about these Barbies and how they were being bad. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. And so I go to try to put the Barbie's clothes on and she goes, no, Mommy, you're not doing it right. I'm like, what am I not doing right? She goes, they don't need clothes. They're on punishment. I'm like, can't you just send them to their, like, we're having an argument about why these Barbies don't deserve clothes. And I'm sitting there and for about 30 seconds, I'm like, am I literally arguing with my daughter about why her Barbies deserve clothes? I did. I sat there with her and we were going back and forth about, you know, the Barbies putting clothes on and why can't I put clothes on the Barbies? And she has been taking the legs off the Barbies, not like morbidly taking them off, like she's like sitting there maniacally laughing or anything. She's taking them off to throw them at her brother because she thinks it's funny to not only have them naked, but to take their legs off and throw them at her brother. Now, I keep telling her if she does that, we're not buying her anymore because I'm not going to buy her plastic ninja stars. Like, that's essentially what they are. They're plastic ninja stars. And all she's done for the last couple of days is throw Barbie legs at her brother. Her brother, I go in Orion's room. He's trying to read his book, and he's surrounded by Barbie legs because she keeps taking the Barbie legs off. Y'all pray for Maggie because she needs help. Something wrong with Maggie. I don't know why she feels the need to do these things, but you know, I'm learning as I remember bits and pieces of my childhood that Maggie's a lot like me when I was little, which is probably not the best thing on the world because, you know, I wasn't the nicest little kid. The thing is, Maggie used to be the sweetest little girl. And it's like one day something just was like, something snapped and she was like, yeah, nope, I hate everything in life. I hate life. I hate all the things. Either way. So we were playing Barbies and then I was trying to reattach their legs. And the one girl ended up having 2 left feet. And Maggie's like yelling about the Barbie having 2 left feet. And I'm like, Maggie, you don't need to yell. One, you better use your inside voice because I'm still your mama. I'm playing Barbies with you, but I'm still your mama. But she's like, well, you're putting the legs on wrong. You don't know what you're doing. Give me the Barbies. And I'm like, no, because I want to play with the Barbies too. And I'm like, you're not being very nice. I'm like, I want to come in and share your Barbie toys, and you won't let me play with your Barbie toys. To which she starts fussing because I play with them when she's gone. She goes, I know you play with my Barbie toys when I'm gone because I set Celestial, what she called the little girl Sapphire or something. She goes, I set Sapphire up here to sit in her chair. When I came home, she was laying on the floor. I'm like, how you know the dogs didn't do it? Now take it, I did it, but we're not going to tell her that I was in there. And I went in there to clean up, and I just went and, you know, put the Barbie's clothes back on, and then I realized what time it was and forgot to put the one Barbie back in the chair, and she noticed apparently. Go figure, she can notice that, but she can't notice anything else. So, oh, sorry you guys. It's still early. So she then bans me again from playing with her Barbies because I wasn't playing right because I was trying to put the Barbie legs on. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. Because all I could think of was, that's fine. Because when you go to school, I'll come in here and play as much as I want to. I haven't been in there yet. I can't wait to go in there, though. So, yeah, she's upset with me about the Barbies and putting their clothes on and stuff. The sad part is her grandmother bought her a Barbie closet. And her closet has clothes and stuff in it. And she refuses to put the clothes on the frickin' Barbie. Maggie's a hot mess. So what is the weather like where everybody's at? Like, it is the weirdest freaking thing. We had snow, last week? And it was cold and windy and chilly. And this week, it's more mild. It feels more like fall. instead of winter. So I'm like, okay. The kids went from wearing their snowsuits and everything to wearing light jackets. Like a week ago, it was like 35 degrees as the high, whereas today it's like 61 is the high for the day. And I'm like, Mother Nature, can you make up your mind, please? Because I'm getting whiplash trying to keep up with you. Like it's just a hot mess trying to figure. It's hot mess when you try to figure out what to wear, because in the morning you're dressing up like an Eskimo, and then by the time the afternoon comes, you're like dressing like you're going to the beach with your friends and you're about to drink a bunch of margaritas or something. Like it gets really warm in the winter or in the afternoon, and then it's frigidly cold at night and stuff. And Mr. Coffee asked me the one night, he goes, "Are you going to walk the dogs?" Now, I don't usually walk the dogs past 4 o'clock on the weekdays because Mr. Coffee's home, Mr. Coffee's home, and it's dark outside, so he will walk the dogs because he doesn't like me going outside in the dark. But he, for some reason, wanted me to walk the dogs this day, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. It's dark out there. And those jackrabbits and stuff, I swear they come after me. So I'm not about that life. No, he can take care of that. Let's see, my 9 plays are going to work today. Yes, it is. So yeah, I bought some of that white and yellow wax, and it's not that I don't like the yellow or the white wax, or the yellow wax. It's the yellow wax. It's not that I don't like the yellow wax, but the white wax works better. And I will link the white wax down below, because I know a lot of people were asking, where did you get the white wax? AliExpress. The price of it did go up, though, like I noticed. The price did go up a little bit, but that's fine. So, let's see, what else cool and interesting? Oh, Orion's little Fortnite game. Oh, no. Okay, so I'm in the kitchen yesterday, and I'm starting dinner, okay? I was back and forth, because I was watching Maggie in and out of the shower. I was watching Orion play Fortnite, because he was all excited because his game... Fortnite was down for construction, essentially. Like, they were doing some updates. So he finally got his Fortnite back, so he was all happy. So he's like, "Mommy, watch me." And I'm like, okay. So I was watching him, prepping dinner and all that stuff. Now, I'm sitting in the kitchen. Well, not sitting, but I'm in the kitchen, and a song comes on the TV. And I'm just goofily dancing to the song. Like, I'm not doing anything like, hardcore. Like, I'm not having a dance battle by myself in the kitchen, or anything like that. I'm just in the kitchen randomly dancing, okay? Why is it my son comes out and looks at me, he goes, "Mommy, what are you doing? Please stop." And I'm like, "I'm dancing, Orion. I like to dance. Leave me alone. Why are you bothering me? Why are you judging me in all my life choices?" And he's like, "Are you trying to be like Miss Red Booty?" Now, Red Booty is patriotic beauty, okay? For some reason, when I told my kids that her name was Redneck Beauty, somehow they took Redneck Beauty to Red Booty. I don't know. And I think it's because Maggie had requested that Redneck Beauty dance to Billie Eilish, and she did it for her, and she was shaking her butt or something in the video. So they just call her Red Booty. She doesn't seem to mind. Which, if you don't know who Redneck Beauty is, that's patriotic beauty. She had to change her name. Get with the program, folks. You should know this by now. So, and no, for those wondering, oh my God, you let them watch Pole? 1, she's not naked, obviously, because she has it up online. 2, Maggie asked for her to play the song, so of course I'm going to let her see the video. Either way, don't judge me. So, okay, there's all these little triangles everywhere, and I'm trying to make sure I don't miss them, but they're like randomly sprawled out everywhere. I just dropped one of those. So yeah, your kids are honest. They don't care what's going on until they do something wrong, and then all of a sudden they can't be honest anymore. Now it's like, oh, honesty, what's that? I can't, tell you that I accidentally broke something. Like, I swear. And I was laughing yesterday because my mom was talking to my niece. My niece was taking money from her brother, and my mom asked her. My other nephew went to the store because his sister gave him a few bucks to go to the store. Now the sister is the one that stole the money, and and my sister, the little girl's the one that stole the money, and she gave the money to her other brother to go get stuff from the store, like to get them snacks and stuff. And her older brother was like, my money's missing. And she, of course, was like, I don't know where it's at. And then the second brother, or the first brother, comes in, and he has snacks from the store, and they're asking, where did the snacks come from? And, the kid is like, oh, well, so-and-so gave it to me, gave me the money to go get it. And she's just like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm listening to this on the phone with my dad. My dad gets home from work, and I'm listening to them go back and forth in the background. And I'm just laughing because it reminded me so much of my childhood. Because my dad used to always tell us that I don't know, and who did it used to live with us. For a while, I thought they were I thought they were ghosts, because he would say it and then look around, and I was young, so I didn't know any better. So I thought he was talking about like somebody's name was actually I don't know, and who I didn't do it. That was the other one. Yeah, I didn't do it. I don't know. I guess I don't know, and I didn't do it. Live here again, and I'm like I'm not even joking. I literally thought they were ghosts, and I'm like, oh God, were we haunted? I wasn't the brightest crown in the box. I'm telling you right now. Just leave it. But yeah. The weather has calmed down a lot. It's getting warmer out. Maggie's no longer a kite. She can walk around outside now because the wind has died down. And we did get snow, but then by like the next day, the wind was blowing so hard. It was that really light, fluffy snow. And by the time, this arrow. Oh, sorry, I bumped you with my head. By the time, sorry. But by the time the next day came, the wind had blown all the snow away, so it wasn't really that much snow. So, I'm hoping we don't have a harsh winter. Oh, so I got my jacket in from Finger Hut, you guys. I can't win. This is why I hate buying stuff offline. So I bought the first jacket, okay? I bought the first jacket. It comes in. I try it on. It's too small. Now, I wear a medium in clothes. I wear a medium, so my shirts, my shirts and stuff are mediums. So I buy a large jacket from Finger Hut. Nope. I think I told you guys in my last whip and chat, it didn't fit. Well, we returned that one and get a second jacket. Second jacket. Now, maybe one of you guys can tell me this, because you guys are smart. Is there a difference between extra large and 1X? I thought they were the same thing. We are going to find out if they are, because apparently we take the first jacket back. It was a large. Then we get an extra large, and it's hold up. No, I got an extra large first, and then I was like, maybe I should go for a 1X. And Mr. Coffee was like, no, because it's probably just an extra large, and they just say that, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, let's go for a 2X. You guys, it was a tent. It was a freaking tent on me. I looked like a bell, like a giant bell. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like going through the whole return process. I'm just going to keep it. And I had planned on keeping it. I was like, I'll just wear puffy clothes underneath. The problem is, it was really, really baggy. Like, I couldn't move around comfortably in it. So I was like, all right, fine, we're returning it. And for $200, yeah, that's not anything to shake your nose at. So I was like, yeah, no, we will return this, because I'm not about to sit here and wear this gigantic jacket. So I'm sitting there, and I have the jacket on, and I go to try to walk the dogs, and it's windy, okay? And you just see the jacket moving back and forth because there's so much extra jacket. There's so much more jacket than there was of me. There wasn't a whole lot of me in the jacket. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I can't. I went to the dog park, and I'm trying to like clean up after the dogs, and I'm almost falling because like the wind is catching essentially the wind is catching the part of the jacket that isn't touching me, which is most of it. and I almost fell over. No, luckily I did not fall over. But I almost fell over, and I'm just like, dude, what the hell? Like, I can't with this right now. I really, really can't. I don't want to keep this jacket. So I literally put it on long enough to see if I could take the kids to school and walk the dogs in it comfortably. Nope. So I immediately put it back in its box, ripped all the labels off that they sent it to me with, filled out the return slip, put the return slip in, and gave it to the mailman. That mailman was shocked yesterday when he was like, all right, I got one package for you. And I'm like, I got one package for you. He's like, what? I'm like, I have a package for you. He goes, is it for me or for me to take and send out? I'm like, for you to take and send out. You know, I don't randomly just give Mr. Jerry packages. Like, that's not how the mailman mail receiver thing works. So I was just like, yeah, no, I need to send something back. And I ordered a third jacket because I figured 2X is too big. Extra large is too small, so 1X has to be just right. Like, I'm playing Goldilocks and the Three Bears with this freaking Finger Hut jacket. And then I had to call to verify my account with Finger Hut. So I call, and they're like, yeah, we just need to verify your phone number. You couldn't have done that online? Most companies, when they need to verify your phone number, will literally just, when they need to verify your phone number, they'll send you a text message, and then they'll verify it this way. No. Finger Hut wants you to call in and talk to a representative. Luckily, they didn't have, like, a long wait time, because I called them, like, right as they, like, started answering the phones. Because it's right around the time I get home from the dog park. So, search for the winter jacket is still going. I'm really, really hoping, you guys, that this next jacket works, because I'm so tired of sending things back. I get all excited because it gets here, and then I go to put it on, and it's like, oh. Either way. So Halloween is coming up soon. So for those of you who celebrate Halloween, the kids have decided that they know what costumes they want. Orion wants to be a creeper. Not like a pervert creeper, but like from Minecraft. And I decided this year, now, okay, has anybody else's kids done this, or like, do I just have those kids? Whenever I buy my kids a Halloween costume, after Halloween, they will still wear said costume. Like, they don't ever want to take the costume off. Because Maggie, up until about a week ago, would wear her Elsa dress from last year. She just kept wearing it because she liked it. Orion was a ninja, and he would put on, like, the ninja vest and put the swords in the back. And he'd go running around the house with it. And I'm like, don't stab anybody in the eye. So this year I decided, instead of getting them regular costumes, I'm going to get them the onesies. Because, one, the costume that Maggie wants, she wants to be a unicorn. Do I really want to spend $40 on a unicorn costume that she's going to wear for one night for trick-or-treating? She'll wear it in the house. But it's $35. She's 7. No. I'm like, you won't even remember this Halloween. So why am I about to sit here and spend up all this money to get you this costume when you'll wear it for Halloween? You'll wear it around the house until it, like, breaks. And then you won't wear it. No, that's all right. So we're going the cheapo route, and we're getting them the onesie outfits. Like, right now Maggie has one that has Poppy from not Paw Patrol. Poppy's from Trolls, the movie Trolls. And then Orion has a Batman onesie and a Loot Llama onesie. So we decided, you know what, we're gonna let them go out in the onesies because they're easy and we can put clothes underneath them to keep them warm. Because last year, I remember, it was freaking freezing. The kids had a lot of fun, and we found this really cool bookstore, but it was cold. And I don't really dress up for Halloween too much anymore, not since I moved, because my friend did makeup whenever I lived in Pennsylvania, and she did a sugar skull on my face. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it. I do like sugar skulls, and she put that on me because I told her that I don't think I would look good as a sugar skull. And she goes, oh, no, you'll love it. And then she puts it on me, and I'm like, I love it. So yeah, that picture was from 2 years ago. She used to be a makeup artist I actually heard from her last night, and she was saying about, doing that to somebody else because of Halloween coming up. They have to practice their Halloween techniques and stuff. So I was like, well, that's cool. So we're going to go the cheapo route for the kids for Halloween this year, which they're fine with. They like the fact that, they at this point, kids don't really care what they're wearing for Halloween as long as they get candy. As long as somebody random and strange is giving them candy. Like, doesn't that sound morbid? Like, you're going to strangers and asking them for candy. And then the rest of the year, you're being taught to not take candy from strangers. Like, it just seems so weird and out of place to me. But you know what? The kids like it. I remember when I was little and I tripped over my costume for Halloween. I remember one year, okay, little Miss Coffee story. I want to say 5th grade or 6th grade, and I took a permission slip home. Now, my parents had never let us go on field trips. I don't know why. I don't know if it was because they were too broke or what, but we didn't really go on field trips a whole lot with our school. So, excuse me. So because we didn't go on field trips a lot, I really wanted to go on the skating rink field trip with my class because we had earned the skating rink trip, and all my parents had to do was sign the paper. They didn't have to pay anything. They just literally had to sign the paper stating that I could go. Now, you know how when most kids want something that their parents have to sign for and the parents refuse to, how they'll try to go copy the signature? No, my bright tail, I take and cut out my dad's signature off another piece of paper and then glue it to the paper like my teacher wasn't going to notice that I had just glued my dad's signature onto my piece of paper. And she didn't, and she called my mom, and my mom was furious, of course, because why wouldn't she be furious? I just sort of kind of forged. Would that be considered foraging? I think it would be considered, foraging because, I'm still putting his name on a document that he didn't agree to. But I agreed to it, so, I always thought that was fair. So when my dad found out, he wasn't very happy. There's a Daisy. Daisy, go lay down. Go, no. Daisy. Hold on, guys. I swear, these dogs only want my attention when I'm recording. The moment I stop recording and I go to play with them, they want nothing to do with me. I told you guys, these dogs are as bad as children. So I didn't get to go on the field trip, for those wondering. I didn't get to go on the field trip. My dad found out, he beat my butt. My mom beat my butt first, and then I had to wait for my daddy to come home and beat my butt too, because it was his signature. I'm not sure why I had to get double beatings. I only did it once, but I learned to never do it again. So that's a weird, story about that. Oh, Halloween story. I got in trouble for something. I remember when I was little, I got in trouble for something, and my parents told me I couldn't go trick-or-treating. And they literally didn't let me go trick-or-treating. I had friends and stuff come by my bedroom window and ask me why wasn't I out, and I had to tell them I was on punishment. And they asked me what I did, and I told them, I forged my dad's signature, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh, well, that sucks. And my friend, did give me some candy because she felt bad because I couldn't. One, I didn't get the chance to go on the field trip. And two, then I got my butt cut twice and was stuck in my room while essentially having to watch everybody else trick-or-treat. And because my room faces the main street at that house, I literally sat there and watched everyone trick-or-treating. And I think that was part of the punishment, was that essentially they tortured me by making me watch everyone else go trick-or-treating. So yeah, that was fun. So we got a lot of work done on Melinda and Moohoo. Again, I am going to work on this primarily today. I think I'm going to take a break from crocheting today to work on Melinda and Moohoo. Because why not, right? Right. Alright, so let's put this back in here. What's our next symbol? I haven't seen the sun in a couple of days, you guys, so I'm so excited. I might take the dogs out for an extra walk. The problem is right now is that there's all these, bunnies all over the place. And I'm scared that like one good yank from Daisy and my whole shoulder is on the ground. So I'm worried because when I walk the dogs and they see a bunny, they're trying to pull to get away from me to go get the bunny. And that drives me crazy, of course. But then not as crazy as the lady that has the 2 pit bulls that lives up on the 3rd floor of my building. And they're constantly pulling her around. Like, I'm shocked that that dog hasn't knocked her on her butt and pulled her through the street or something. So, yeah, now the sun's coming out and assaulting my eyes. So let's see. I have an unboxing of a couple of Diamond Art Clubs coming for you guys. I have a coloring video coming for you guys. I have an Arteza haul coming. They're sending out some more stuff to show you guys, which I'm pretty excited about. So you guys should have a variety of videos coming this upcoming week and this weekend. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hello, I'm Miss Coffee. I do go live on Friday night, so I hope to see you Friday night in the live. It is from 9 p.m. Central Standard Time to 12 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And look at the shine on those drills. It's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then it's till 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then whatever else it is for everybody else. So hopefully I will see you guys in live. The organization that we're donating to this week is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, because you can't save the tatas without some research, right? Right. So all that money will be donated next month when my YouTube money comes in, because of course YouTube money is a month behind. So I will be able to donate the one to the Bras for a Cause because they're here in town. But the other ones I'm gonna wait until next month to donate, or I might do Save the Tatas. That one might get paid with this month's paycheck. I'll have a video up. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hit 5K soon, you guys. Are you guys excited? Are you excited to know what the giveaway is going to be? Because if you gotten to this point, you get to hear partly about the giveaway. There will be 5 canvases given away. And I am super excited for you guys to see them. They're special canvases. I also ordered the mugs. So there are 5 different coffee mugs that will be given away. So yeah, like I'm pretty excited. And it's going to be as simple as, okay, so to enter the giveaway, starting on Sunday, which is October 20th. Starting Sunday, October 20th, all you have to do is answer the questions in the videos. That's it. You have to comment on the video by answering the question in said video. What I'm going to then do, I'm going to leave it open, and this contest is open to everyone, international folks included. So what's going to happen is I'm opening this up to everyone. So this is the official 5K giveaway announcement. All you have to do is watch the videos next week. And for the entire week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question in each video. All you have to do is answer the question to enter into the 5K giveaway. And I will show what the prizes are when they come in, because they haven't come in yet, obviously. I will show what the prizes are. I will make another announcement of the giveaway when I show the prizes. But all essentially you have to do is watch the videos and answer the questions. And then at the end of the week on, what would it be? It'll be November 3rd. I am going to randomly pick 4 or 5 videos. And I'm going to randomly pick a comment out of those 5 videos. And the person that comment is picked wins. It's that simple. Literally, you don't have to do anything special. It's not a scavenger hunt. You just have to do what you normally do. Just watch the videos. So that should be fun. So, yeah, I think that's it for me, because I think I just finished that symbol. Did I finish that symbol? Yeah. So that's it for me today, folks. Thank you so much for listening to these random ramblings. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down at this point. I don't give a crap. Either way, if you're not already a subscriber and would like to subscribe to see more random craziness just like this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I randomly decide to put up a video. And believe me, it's random. With that said, I'm going to bid you adieu. But not before I remind you, like I always try to. Be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.